Hi Earth signs, I hope you're doing well. Yes, I know, here's a new setup. To be quite honest guys, I tried to do horoscopes for this month and it just simply would not work. And I'm a believer in if you try a few times and it doesn't work, then you should stop doing it, at least for the month of November. So what I did decide to do, I decided to try something different. I want to focus on love life this time, guys. And you know, the amount of requests that I've been getting from clients about love, it's a ridiculous amount. And it seems like most of the people nowadays do care about love. And I felt like maybe doing it a little bit differently, kind of a pick a pile type of situation. You know, maybe I would be able to help some people sort out their, you know, issues and situations in their love life and see what you can expect to happen in November. Now, this is for Earth signs, guys. However, you are supposed to watch this, you know, whether you are Earth sign Sun, Earth sign Moon, Earth sign Rising, or you have the most Earth in your chart. For example, you know, I'm mostly Taurus and Gemini, so I would watch air signs, I would watch Earth signs, and maybe I would watch water signs for my Pisces rising. So you figured out which one you think is best for you. But you are gonna have two options here, number one and number two. You decide which one you want. I'll give you a minute to think. And yeah, if you want, you can pause the video. So let's start. Let's start with, I guess, the position number one here. Actually, let me do this. I'm gonna pick one card here. Okay. And I'm gonna pick one card for the second option. There we go. Okay, let's start with the pile number one. So, Earth sign, what can Earth signs expect to happen in love in November? Ooh. You are, by the way, I'm not reading reversals anymore, just want to let you know. So if you do see me pulling cards out in reverse, I still read them as they were upright. So guys, what I'm seeing here is that you definitely have someone here. King of Cups. There is definitely someone on your mind. There must be someone in your life. And I feel like this is a situation that either has had a long history, or this is like an ex-partner or something like that. First of all, the Lovers does suggest that there is a deep connection between you two. A deep connection that doesn't just go away. It's the union that was made in heaven, if that makes sense. It's the connection that is unique. It's not just a girlfriend and boyfriend. It's not just I don't know, acquaintances. There is definitely some kind of a spiritual connection between you two. But the thing here is that, you know, there is some kind of emptiness. There is a sense of emptiness in this relationship. Even though the spiritual connection is so strong, but when it comes down to actions, there are no actions whatsoever. Now, King of Cups is here. Guys, I want to mention that if you're a male watching this, you know, for a female, it's okay, just you know, take it as Queen of Cups, for example, right? There is a person in your life that does care for you, but they could be way too romantic sometimes. They could maybe talk about things, promise you things, make it all very romantic in a very beautiful package, but when it comes down to actions, they would not necessarily show you anything. You know what I mean? Like, there is that type of people that kind of promise you a lot and present it in a very sweet, nice way, but when it comes down to actually settling, you know, they cannot really do much. So King of Cups could be like that. Now, at the same time, this could also suggest maybe water signs in your life. Again, you know, I could go on and on about this King of Cups, but what I'm trying to say is there is a person here. You're not completely single, okay? This could be maybe a fight that you got in with this person. Here we have Queen of Swords suggesting that, you know, Queen of Swords could be literally an argument. It could be you cutting them out of your life. This could be one of you maybe being way too strict with the other person. Also with the Fool here, we could suggests that maybe everything that was being built with the person kind of came down. And with number 0, which is the very first card in tarot, it seems like you're at square one right now, and you don't know what to do next in your love life, in the relationship with this person. You're not exactly sure what to do next. Now with the Fool, you could also, I could also say that this card would suggest maybe some kind of a new adventure that you're willing to take, maybe a new beginning, maybe you want a fresh start with this person or without them, it doesn't matter. But the problem here is that no matter what you do, no matter where you go, this person kind of haunts you because of the spiritual connection that you have. Okay, so let's see, how does this person feel for the Earth sign? Well, first of all, this person is okay on their own. They seem to be enjoying life. I don't want to say that they are enjoying life, actually. I do want to say that I do have 9 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So there was definitely some kind of conflict here, or some kind of emptiness that appeared, out of this situation. The thing is, with 9 of Cups, the person could be thinking about their ego more than they are thinking about this relationship. Because here, yes, I do see maybe wanting to move towards you. I do see wanting to possibly compromise, and not really denying the idea that there could be something between you two down the line in the future. But the thing here is that the person is moving way too slow. The person is hiding a lot of their intentions, a lot of their actions. They are kind of, I don't want to say that they're holding secrets, but I do want to say that they do not want to express or expose anything that's happening. With High Priestess here, there could be a secret love that they have for you. Maybe they're hiding their emotions. Maybe they don't want to express them to you because their ego is not letting them. However, at the same time, this could simply be a person that prefers to keep everything a secret. They want to keep moving forward, and yes, they're not denying the fact that they could get back with you, but they just don't know how. They seem to be focusing on themselves right now. Now, that does not mean that they're not stressing out about this particular situation. There is definitely stress here. There is maybe sleepless nights and stuff like that, but there is also a wall between you and them that's really hard to break. Okay, so tell me more about Earth signs November. What can they expect in love? Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, things are gonna be great, guys. No kidding. I do have 2 of Swords at the bottom of the deck, so there will be a decision to be made. Most likely by both of you, you and this person. And the thing is that you're going to choose happiness and the person is going to choose happiness. So it's not really going to be that difficult of a choice. Now, what is required here is a transformation. What's required here is sacrifice. Are you willing to sacrifice for this person in November? I'm not exactly sure, but I also wanted to point at the Hanged Man here. After a period of stagnation, which you might be experiencing now, or you might be going into November experiencing this stagnation, there will be a situation that will make you make a choice, right? With 2 of Swords, no matter what it's all about, you have to make a choice. And here you are making it. If you are willing to sacrifice something in your life, here with Death, you're able to transform this relationship. Because like I said, this union is very special. This union is very spiritual, and you could definitely feel it around the person. Like I said, it feels unique. It feels like something that you've never experienced before. It feels like something that is out of the ordinary. And you have a lot of major arcanas here suggesting that this union is very important. So if you don't want to let it go, work on it, be able to make decisions, and don't be afraid to transform. If there is your ego here that's popping up, if it's not the partner's ego, if it's your ego, maybe you're not willing to compromise, maybe you're not willing to change for the person, even though you know how special this connection is, then again, there is a choice. You either sacrifice or you don't. But regardless of everything, it does seem like November is going to lead you to a commitment. I'm not sure if some of you could be getting married. You know, this is quite a possibility. This could be buying a home together, moving in together. This could be possibly just kind of speeding up the events, you know, even though we do have this person here as Knight of Pentacles, which is very slow movement, taking it easy, taking it slow, you know, not really rushing, focusing on themselves, no matter how much stress the situation brings them. But here with 10 of Pentacles, with Ace of Pentacles, it almost seems like no matter what, you are going to reach, you know, that success. You are going to reach that point of understanding each other and compromise. And honestly, it's a beautiful spread. It is a beautiful spread. There is really nothing I can say here. The only thing is death. You know, transformation sometimes comes through pain. So there could be some painful communication that you might have. I mean, painful communication, I mean confrontation possibly, or maybe you're going to have to open up. They could open up or have to open up. Maybe you are going to have to open up. But the thing here is that you have a big potential to make things work in November and be happy. Also, this person does want all these things with you. You know, they do want a serious commitment. They do want something like almost like a family with you. But they're also, you know, they're kind of a complicated character here because their ego is too high and they don't like to express how they feel. But there is potential here to solve this puzzle and to get out of this and to be able to fix things. Okay, so what advice would you give to Earth signs for their love life in November? So many major arcanas, guys. That's a big deal. Okay, first of all, we do have 8 of Pentacles, and this is continuing to work on this, but not only on this, also with the Empress here, whether you're a male or a female, you're supposed to be working on yourself as well. You're supposed to be nurturing yourself, like a flower. You know, you're supposed to water yourself. You need to take care of yourself first and put yourself as priority. Now, if you are the one with ego issues, don't be afraid to work on this relationship. Don't be afraid to engage with a partner. They want to talk to you. Let them talk. You see how this person is working on each pentacle in detail? If that's what you want, if that's the relationship that you want, you have to be engaging 100%. You know, it takes 2 people to work on the relationship. Also with the Empress here, yes, it's all about nurturing and it's being kind. Honestly, it's just about being kind to them, being kind to yourself. Not doing too much, but doing everything in moderation, you know, but engaging with this partner. And 3 of Cups is here. I believe this is about taking things a little bit more lightly, being able to have joy, and don't be, you know, do not forget to see other people, your friends, for example, be out, you know, go out there, and especially if you're single. But I mean, again, I do not think that it's a spread for single people. In fact, if you're a single person, I feel like maybe your ex is coming back or something, you know, but somebody that you've had a history with and it's been, still has been kind of unsolved, you know what I mean? That could be the case here. But regardless of whoever is watching this spread, you're not going to be alone in November. There are too many strong cards here, unless this is simply not your spread, you know, but there are too many cards here indicating some kind of commitment, very strong. But again, do not forget about your friends, do not forget about people that support you, that are there for you. Go out there, have fun. This situation will resolve itself. Beautiful spread, guys. I'm really happy to see this. I'm honestly enjoying these spreads right here, you know, and I don't have to look all good. I don't have to put my makeup on. I can just sit here and do it, you know, and that's awesome. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching, and now we're going to move on to number 2 here. What do we have? We have 7 of Pentacles. Okay, so you've been waiting. You've been waiting for a very long time. You've been waiting for the person to make some kind of a decision. Maybe you've been waiting to make a decision on your own. Maybe you've been watering this relationship like a plant, but you haven't really seen any good results yet. Like you haven't really seen a good, what do you call it, like a turnaround maybe? So let's see what this is all about. This could be being patient. This could be maybe you being patient for, you know, love to come into your life. Yes, you're waiting for love here, Three of Wands. Or maybe you're waiting for a specific person, and you could be honestly kind of lying to yourself, deceiving yourself here. Because you're not sure if they're gonna come around or not, but you're waiting and you're waiting patiently. Yeah, these are super, like, okay, so first of all, Seven of Swords and the Moon. There is so much uncertainty between you and someone in your life. There is a lot of uncertainty, and you don't know what can happen tomorrow, and you have no idea what they're up to. You have no idea what's going on, but you are waiting. It's almost like you seem to be too stubborn to let go. And this situation could be very burdening to you. This could bring a lot of heavy thoughts. This could make you sleepless. This could make you have sleepless nights. This could maybe make you feel uneasy overall. Now with Seven of Swords here, maybe it could suggest that the person kind of promised you too much. You know, they promised you too much and they disappeared. And now you are here and kind of almost like the situation is cloudy. You cannot see through it, and you don't understand why they did this to you. Why did they promise you certain things and never actually fulfilled their promise? I apologize for the background noise. You know, I have two cats, and they always get very excited when I record. So yes, and I also have King of Wands here. And King of Wands here, this could be the person that maybe you are wondering about. This could be a person that is pretty self-confident, impulsive. They can be very ambitious. They could be very, very fiery, but a lot of times the fire burns out very quickly. You know, if they get passionate about you or something else, maybe they are passionate for a few moments, but then they kind of burn out and they move on. You know, and this could be the spark that they gave you, the fire that they gave you here with Seven of Swords, and then they disappeared and left you basically kind of out in the cold. You know, with the Moon here, you're not seeing the situation clearly. You do not understand. You want more action from them. You want something from them, and they don't seem to be giving this to you. All right, so how does this person, how does this King of Wands, how do they feel for the Earth sign? Kind of neutral here, guys, to be completely honest. There is Five of Pentacles as the very first card, and this is just, there is nothing going on. Yes, there could be a conflict where, you know, the relationship completely got, you know, when you got separated, sorry. This could be the case here. This could be the situation where maybe you expected some kind of a relationship from this person, but they never gave it to you. With Knight of Swords, there maybe were some sharp words exchanged. Maybe there was something there where the person almost tried to poke you with something. Okay, so my camera overheated. That's one of the reasons why I was really frustrated recording, you know, taroscopes. So I apologize for that. I don't even remember what I was talking about, to be quite honest. But I think with Knight of Swords, I think I stopped at Knight of Swords. Like I said, there is maybe a desire to poke you in a way. Maybe there is a desire to say some sharp words to you, to kind of get you, you know, to push you to an argument or something. Because don't forget, when you have King of Wands here, and while this could suggest a fire sign, you know, this isn't just a fire sign. This is the person that is somewhat impulsive in their actions and in their ways, and they can, you know, they can kind of poke you with a sword a little bit. Also, this could be maybe signifying what you used to have with this person. Between you and this person, maybe there could be some like I said, argument, certain words exchanged or something like that. But with Two of Wands, Temperance, and Knight of Pentacles, I think they are somewhat peace oriented right now. You know, they might, if this was a breakup, there could be, you know, Temperance suggesting a reconciliation maybe with this person. Also, this person maybe could be very different from you, you know, maybe age difference, maybe they are foreign, maybe, you know, they have a different culture, different race, different religion. But also this could suggest that they are maybe thinking about reconciling. However, if you've never been in a relationship with them, if they kind of confused you and messed with your head before they even got in a relationship with you, this could suggest that yes, they want this to be somewhat slow pace. They don't really want any drastic changes right now, but they are considering it in the future, and they want to move towards you slowly in the future. Now, what else is happening for Earth signs in November regarding this person? Is this person going to come forward? Okay, so there will be a situation here where you most likely are going to encounter them again. And that's a good thing. You know, I think that's a good thing because first of all, you will be able to talk through everything that's keeping you in that stagnation, that's keeping you confused. However, I also see here that there could be some changes regarding this relationship, but not drastic ones, because again, they're putting you in some kind of the, you know, the hanged man mode where you still are confused. It's like, yes, there could be a possibility that they maybe tell you about their feelings, maybe they express their feelings to you in a way, and things are more clear. However, again, still you are in some kind of stagnation with this person. To be quite honest with you, it seems like you've been in stagnation with them for a very long time, freaking waiting for them. Look at Seven of Pentacles as your significator. You know, it seems like you've been waiting and you've been really patient with this person, but they're not really giving you, you know, they're not giving you what you deserve. Let's just put it that way. You deserve a little bit more from this person than what they're willing to give you. And with Wheel of Fortune here, yes, it does promise changes, but they could be in the bad direction, they could be in the good direction. So why is Wheel of the Year here? Okay, so it is in the good direction. It is, okay? So Four of Wands and Ace of Swords is here. Four of Wands could play out that maybe the person has a family or something, or their values, their strong family values. Maybe their family is very traditional. You know, maybe it's hard for them to accept a person like you, for example, right? Or maybe this could be that your family is traditional, or maybe this could play out as you having certain values that do not match theirs. However, with Four of Wands and Ace of Swords here, if you do not have families, if neither of you have like marriages, you know, relationships on the side or anything like that, I do believe that this particular combination could suggest an honest conversation that could lead to stability. Four of Wands, first of all, is a happy home. Four of Wands is a happy situation, very comfy situation where everybody feels at peace. And while this person does understand possibly that there was some negative exchange here, that maybe they promised you too much, or maybe they kind of left you out in the cold, you know, they don't mind working on things. They don't mind moving forward. It's just that they are doing it in their own weird way. So, okay. Let's just see. So what is going to happen in November? What is the outcome of this whole situation in November? But I feel like, again, you know, there are illusions about the situation. Everybody's focusing on their life separately. You know, everybody's focusing on their own stability and well-being, and possibly even being single. They are single, you're single. And it's like, there are so many illusions around the situation that it's really hard to understand what is going on, okay? Okay, so I do have Six of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Wanted to show it to you. Okay, so you will find some kind of common ground. Now, you will have to be really strict though. You will have to be really rational, and you will have to let them know. It's almost like a ultimatum here. that if they do not move forward in the near future, that if they do not take any action towards you, you are going to basically cut them out of your life. I'm pretty sure this isn't even advice yet because I haven't pulled advice cards, guys. This is just, I think, what you're going to do. I think you're either going to give them an ultimatum or you're going to be very strict with them. You're not going to sugarcoat the situation anymore. You've been in the darkness for way too long. You've been patient for way too long, and it's been really heavy on you. You've been kind of wasting your time. You know, the Hanged Man is here. I do believe that something good is going to happen that will lead to a union. And Two of Cups is a partnership. Two of Cups is when people are seeing face to face, when people understand each other, when people are mirroring each other regarding their actions, regarding their feelings. They are on the same page. Let's just put it that way. And the Chariot here, a card is of victory, a card of movement, really makes me happy, because even though maybe at first you will be doing your own kind of individual things, focusing on your lives and not really engaging with each other, having illusions, maybe dreaming about, you know, this person to come around, they will. They will, but you will need to change your tactic in a way, okay? Because I think that if you continue just watering this dead plant, nothing is going to change. So let's pull advice cards for you. So what should Earth signs do in November? What advice would you give Earth signs in November? I don't want to say, like, you know, go for the stars, or what is it called, wish for the stars. I don't know. The star here is about healing, and healing yourself first, healing your own soul. And yes, you can dream about this person, but do not drown in your own illusions. I think the star here suggests that you need some healing first before you can heal this relationship. Focus on yourself. And then with Seven of Wands here, yes, of course, you need to be defending yourself. You need to stand your ground. You cannot let this person confuse you anymore. You cannot let this person put fog around this situation, you know, around you. You want to see, and you want to see clearly. And I think with Seven of Wands here, you need to either learn how to defend yourself with this person, or you really need to prioritize yourself in this relationship. That's how it's gonna work. If you continue showing them that you are waiting for them, that you miss them, that you need some clarity, I feel like they're just gonna keep playing this game. And even though the Magician card did not pop up in this spread, and the Magician is usually the manipulator, the whole tendency here of this person is very manipulative, and you know, it almost seems like they feel like you do not deserve clarity from them. And Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is here, you know, of course, Queen of Swords is one lady here, one energy. Queen of Cups is so much softer, so much sweeter and nicer. I think this is nurturing yourself rather than this relationship, rather than this bush that he has been nurturing. Nurture yourself, nurture your own nature. And once you do that, once you focus on yourself, a lot of people actually will be drawn to you, and then you will be able to decide whether or not you need this person, or maybe there is somebody better out there for you. King of Wands, however, is a very unique character, let's just put it that way. It's someone that's not that easy to deal with. Yes, they're fiery. Yes, they're a lot of times King of Wands is very attractive physically, you know, and it's somebody that is very ambitious, and they, you know, they fascinate you. However, they could confuse you just as fast as fascinate you. So yes, that's what I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this kind of spread. I actually enjoyed doing it. Please let me know if you like it, and if you do, I will be making more of these in the future. I hope you have a good November, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.